The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning here at 5 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Elena Rusk.
We begin this morning with a disturbing investigation. For the second time in the past week, a body has been found in a canal in Central Bakersfield. This was the scene yesterday afternoon near Truxton Avenue. Someone initially saw the body floating in the water and called police, but so far investigators have only told us the body is an adult. Further details are pending as the investigation unfolds. Now, last Thursday, another body found in a canal. It was stuck in the metal bars of the canal's debris grading system about a mile away from where yesterday's body was discovered.
And turning now to another investigation, deputies are trying to figure out what led up to a shooting in Northeast Bakersfield. Few details have been released. KCSO says the victim, a 28-year-old man, was found around 8 o'clock last night near Fairfax Road. He was taken to the hospital with traumatic injuries, and the suspect's vehicle is described as a lifted black Chevy pickup. If you know anything about this crime, you're urged to call KCSO at 831-3110.
All right, now to a traffic alert. All northbound lanes on Highway 99 are back open through the heart of town. Here's new video of crews working on the road. The closure is between Ming Avenue and the Highway 58 interchange. That road work will continue through Thursday from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. as crews are removing temporary construction fixtures. The Highway 99 northbound on-ramp to the 58 is also closed overnight.
All right, in your 17 Crime Watch this morning, a warning about skimmer scams. Criminals now finding it easier than ever to come between you and your hard-earned money with just a swipe of a credit card. 17 Cecilia Trevino reports on how to protect your wallet and some signs to look out for.
I work hard for my money, and I can't afford to lose none of it.
Many customers like Jimmy Guy, just making their usual shopping, now scared of being scammed out of their money. Fake card readers are becoming easier to install, taking just a few seconds to do. And you may often visit one of these popular spots for these types of frauds.
I've worked in the gas station field about 2 years, and I've learned quite a bit about them because they come and they just break these seals that we have up here, and they'll get into the thing and put in a new pin pad down here and just take all your information from there.
But it doesn't stop at gas stations. Bakersfield police say so far in 2023, they have received 14 reports of scam card readers. These have been found mostly in ATMs, self-checkouts, and gas pumps, and encourage everyone to be aware when they're paying.
A good routine or habit is to wiggle the part of the device where you put your card into it to make sure it's not loose.
And in a time filled with technological advancement, Jimmy Guy says he uses it to his advantage.
Oh, well, my phone tells me every time I get a purchase, so that's probably the best thing. You know, you get notification exactly when the card's used.
Police recommends you to be aware of suspicious cameras or activity and report it immediately to authorities. In the meantime, Jimmy Guy says he'll continue to be extra careful.
Making news around the world, a frantic rescue effort continues in the Atlantic Ocean this morning. A growing international search team in the air and under the sea several days after 5 men in a submersible that's about the size of a minivan disappeared shortly after beginning their journey to the wreckage of the Titanic. As NBC's Jay Gray reports, Coast Guard officials say if the sub is still intact, the passengers have about 1 day left of breathable air.
Additional planes, ships, specialized equipment, and rescue teams from around the world right now rushing into a 7,600 square mile search zone in the Atlantic, an area larger than the state of Connecticut.
What I can tell you is there is a full court press effort to get equipment on scene as quickly as we can.
The mission, unlike any before, and pushing into deeper water using sonar and an underwater drone. But to this point, there's been no sign of the Ocean Gate submersible, missing since Sunday morning, less than 2 hours after beginning a tourist expedition to explore wreckage from the Titanic with 5 men inside. The pilot and Ocean Gate founder and CEO Stockton Rush, British businessman Shahazda Dawood and his son Suleiman, French diver Paul-Henri Nargeolet, and billionaire adventurer Hamish Harding.
The text I got was, hey, We're headed down to Titanic today, exclamation point.
That text from Harding to his friend and former astronaut Terry Virts just before the journey began.
I would assume they're stuck on the bottom in the mud or somehow entangled in Titanic. It's a search and rescue mission. So first of all, they have to find them.
An effort that continues around the clock. Jay Gray, NBC News, Boston.
We're getting a closer look at the status of the Sierra Snowmelt. As we reported on Monday, the water level in Isabella Lake rose relatively quickly over the weekend due to those rising temperatures, which accelerated the snowmelt in the Sierra snowpack. Now, the lake was holding at 83% capacity, up 3% from Friday over the weekend, according to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Prior to Friday, they say it took 2 whole weeks to increase water levels by that same amount, but below average temperatures in May and June have resulted in a relatively steady pace of the snow melting. So now we are getting a new update from Kern County Fire. As Fire Chief Aaron Duncan said yesterday, the abnormally cooler temperatures we are seeing this week will further reduce inflows from the upper Kern River into the lake, so they are able to make some changes. He says dam operators will keep the lake's outflow at 6,000 cubic feet per second, greatly reducing any risks for flooding in low-lying areas downstream. Duncan also reported the Kern River intertie has been closed, meaning we are no longer feeding excess river water into the California aqueduct.
So due to everything going so well, knock on wood, I've ordered yesterday the EOC to be reduced in staffing from level 2 to level 3. That is normal day-to-day operations. So that is a good positive thing, but I do want to remind you all that we can ramp that back up if we need to within a moment's notice. Our county department heads continue to collaborate, and we're still talking and communicating, and we're still updating our information regularly on the websites and to the community for if they have any needs.
All right, so Chief Duncan says they are in constant communication with the Army Corps of Engineers as well, who agree they want to keep filling Isabella Lake as much as possible, storing all of that water for Kern County to access as needed in the months and even years to come. All right, well, if you're looking for a new career, the Community Action Partnership of Kern is hosting a summer job fair. That CAPK Summer Job Fair, a premier platform, they say, bringing together local job seekers and employers, fostering a vital connection to support the growth and development of both individuals and businesses in our community. The event aims to provide valuable opportunities for job seekers to explore the diverse career paths that are available within CAPK and to secure employment that aligns with their skills and aspirations. The Summer Job Fair offering the benefits for job seekers who have the opportunity to meet face-to-face with the hiring managers on site. Just bring your resume and be ready for on-the-spot interviews. They say more than 100 positions are open.
Yeah, and that's just within CAPK. So we have 19 programs and we're trying to fill it with staff just to serve the community.
Now, some of those positions they're trying to fill include teachers, aides, graphic designers, videographers, so much more. Attendance at the CAPK Summer Job Fair is free and open to the public. Job seekers, again, told to bring many copies of their resume and dress to impress. It takes place on Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the 4 Point Sheraton on California Avenue. All right, well, Kern County Supervisors wasting little time in finding a replacement for outgoing County Administrative Officer Ryan Alsop. In a unanimous vote yesterday, Jim Zervis was appointed as the county's new CAO. Zervis has served the last 3 years as the county's Chief Operations Officer, assisting Alsop in overseeing all operation functions of the CAO's office, including general operations, budget and finance, policy, and legislative affairs. Board of Supervisors Chairman 3rd District Supervisor Jeff Flores heaped praise onto Zervis. Now, he said, quote, "The county is in fantastic hands under the leadership of Mr. Zervis, and I couldn't be more confident in our decision to appoint him as Kern County's next Chief Administrative Officer." Zervis will assume his new post on August 5th. Alsop has been hired as the new CAO for Napa County.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.